Moving past narcissistic abuse. When you've suffered from the hands of a narcissist, mentally or physically or both, it can feel like the whole world is against you, and we are often left with crippling anxiety, continually fighting that civil war that's going off in our own minds, with our conscious thinking trying to override our subconscious programming, knowing there has to be more to life than this, but not knowing what or how to achieve more. Every time you think you've worked it out and the relationship was going so well, the narcissist allows you to come back up for air, and then they just sink you further under, leaving you with more self-doubt and more stress, trying to figure it all out. And especially if that's our parents or someone that we've known for a long time. While the narcissist keeps changing the game on you, one minute they can treat you better than anyone ever has, and you feel safe and loved, and then the next they treat you worse, and you end up feeling full of fear and scared and resentment and anxieties around them, walking on eggshells around them. Fear of the narcissist, fear of doing the right or the wrong thing, fear of judgment from others, fear of what will happen if you stay, fear of what will happen if you leave, fear of what will happen when they leave. They instill so much self-doubt and fear in those around them. And at some point, one day, something hits, and it hits you hard, and you make that decision. Either they leave you for the first time or the 20th time, or you finally make the choice to leave them for the last time. Yet they will still, most of them will not leave you alone. Worse, when you're trying to get help for you or your children, if you have children with them, they come at you with twisted games and smear campaigns, and they still seem to try and impact your life through divorce any way they can. When you're trying to reach out to others, you can fear their reactions, trying to get help, and seeing the looks on people's faces, as they can often look at you confused and just don't understand what's actually happened, and it can leave people with more self-doubt. You can get to a point, I did once, where you just cannot get out of bed. You're dragging yourself out of bed. You feel like you're clinging onto life and finding the simple things like showering or brushing your teeth extremely draining, with CPTSD, anxiety, adrenal fatigue, and so many health problems. When it feels like the whole world is coming against us and we're not sure who to turn to, feeling like our minds have completely been lost somewhere, struggling with financial difficulties, the possibilities of losing our homes, whilst the narcissist just carry on chipping away at us, using all our weaknesses against us. And the harder we feel life gets, the more power they seem to have over us. Yet it's a case of the more power we have to find within our own mind. The tougher life gets, the more strength we have to find from somewhere. And when you have to get out of bed kicking and screaming, you have to get up anyway. When you have to get up arguing with yourself, you have to get up anyway. And it's incredibly draining, as most often people are left with night terrors and bad dreams. So your body, although you need the sleep, your body can then fight going to sleep to protect yourself from the nightmares, which only then makes you feel worse during the day. You have the power to overcome narcissistic abuse, and you have the determination and the drive and the willingness to overcome narcissistic abuse. You have the strength to overcome narcissistic abuse, and you do have the fight in you. You have to keep fighting. You have to just keep getting up day after day after day and doing it again and again until you get there. You survived the relationship, no matter who that relationship was with, whether it was a boss, a partner, a family member, a parent. You survived that relationship. You will survive recovery. You might still be addicted to them through the trauma bond, and you might have CPTSD and depression. You can also be addicted to them through your subconscious human needs. And you have to take the steps to recover from so many things after a narcissistic relationship. And it's all about taking those baby steps to heal, grieve and heal. Take each and every moment and each and every day, one step at a time. You will get there. Another way to help with healing is through your human needs. Tony Robbins discovered the 6 human needs, and he states once you meet 3, you become addicted, and you can meet them negatively, neutrally, or positively. So now is the time to meet them in a positive way and help you break free from narcissistic abuse and stop attracting narcissistic people in the future. Or even if you've already attracted a couple, you'll be able to walk away a lot quicker. So the 6 human needs: the need for certainty, to feel safe and secure, and now you can start filling that human need up in a positive way. So examples are: set yourself small tasks at first and make sure you complete each one. Don't rush in with the big things. This isn't a time at the moment where you want to be putting too much pressure on yourself or feeling too much disappointment within yourself. So just set the small tasks. Starting new routines, either a 10-minute one in a morning or an evening, and then slowly adding more and more each day. Eating healthily, start small. Don't start changing your diet drastically on one day and then feeling bad the week after when you haven't stuck with it. Just start small, baby steps. Exercise, start small, build it up. Meditation, yoga. Set small, achievable goals to start, as it'll give you the self-belief, the confidence and the drive to keep going. Start online courses, go to college, look at university, read books that fill you with knowledge, fill you with new ideas, things that you can grow from, things that you would like to do for you. Find hobbies that you're passionate about and that you enjoy doing for you. Have a backup plan for different outcomes. Set a time for yourself. If that's getting up earlier or staying up later and sleeping in later, it's whatever works for you and your body clock. However, set time for yourself each day, even if it's just 5 minutes, 10 minutes, just to relax, just to try and clear your mind of any thoughts, and trying to, especially if you can just step outside in the early morning, listening to the birds, things like that, just to clear your mind. Join support groups, reconnect with friends and family. The need for uncertainty, to feel different, challenge, change, surprise. And if you've just stepped out of a narcissistic relationship, you might be feeling this need a little bit too heavy at the start. So, because it is an uncertain time working through it all. So finding ways to fill it positively. Again, things like reading new books and learning new things. Stepping out of your comfort zone, just starting to smile at other people. Walk a little further than you usually do. Order something different at a restaurant you normally go to. Try a new place to eat. Take a risk on something that could turn out positive for you. Travel somewhere new. Reach out to an old friend or family member you've been cut off from. And just, again, take it one day at a time, in your own time. Don't rush into too much at once. The need for love and connection, the need to feel togetherness, compassion and warmth. And love and connection comes in many forms. It doesn't always come from a partner or a parent. You can get love and connection in different ways from different people. So it's just finding that love and connection for you. Becoming non-judgmental of yourself and who you are. Learning to be who you want to be and loving who you want to be, loving who you are. Learning to trust and tune into your instincts, being kind and helpful to the right people, not judging others, reading with your children, support groups where it's mostly positive, because some people do creep in, but support groups that are mostly positive and understanding, being supportive of others, helping others out, just things like letting that car plough in front of you, opening or holding a door open for a stranger or someone you know, doing something kind for someone else that no one else knows about. And most importantly, start doing kind things for yourself first. The need for significance, to feel important, needed, special, unique. So finding your personal meaning of life, whatever that personal meaning of life is to you, whatever you think you're here for, whatever belief systems you want to work on changing. There's lots of different things. People can believe in the universe. People can believe in soul. People can believe in God. People can believe in spirit. People can believe in they're here to help others. People, whatever it is for you, there is no wrong way or right way. It's finding your own personal meaning in life, and whether you share that with other people or not is also entirely up to you. Providing for yourself first, make sure your needs are taken care of, but then providing for others the best you can. Helping others out and giving back, but make sure it's not those that just take. Make sure you have your boundaries. Making contributions to charities, support groups again. If you have children, helping out at the school or helping out with charity. Becoming a better version of yourself. The way you dress how you want to dress, not how you think other people think you should dress. If you want tattoos, piercings, colouring your hair, there's nothing wrong with experimenting with the way you look until you find how you want to look for you. The need for contribution, giving, leaving a mark on the world, helping, serving, contributing to others. So that's about contributing beyond yourself, serving others at work. No matter what job you do, you are in some way serving others. So if you are employed, look at how you do serve the community in one form or another. Again, helping others through support groups, donating to charities, volunteering at places, doing good deeds for others, brightening someone's day with a smile or a joke, looking after your children, and recognising the things that you do actually do to contribute towards others. Acknowledge and accepting it and being proud of it and who you are. And it's not selfish to be proud of the things you do for other people, because although subconsciously it fills a human need up, if you didn't want to do it, you wouldn't do it. So you've got that characteristic in you that you want to help other people. So acknowledge that fact, and you are allowed to be proud of yourself and be happy with yourself for being a good person. The need for growth, developing, strengthening and learning. Reading books fills a lot of these, but reading books, listening to motivational videos, learning about narcissism and how to handle them actually helps people overcome narcissistic abuse, because you're kind of connecting the dots up backwards. There's a famous person that said something along those lines, which is possibly Steve Jobs. I can't fully remember the quote, but you're kind of connecting the dots together and learning something new, learning how to handle them. Some are dangerous, so you need to go no contact. Others, you can find methods to handle them. But whenever you're learning new things, it does actually help you recover from things. Having a career change or finding that new job, even if you stay in the same career, starting a new job, becoming a better person, not for others, for yourself. You're already a good person. That's why narcissistic people manage to do what they do. So giving yourself some self-care and learning your boundaries. Exercise again. Something new, starting a new... If you're one that's always... If you don't exercise at all, just trying a team sport so that you can make friends and start learning something new. If you're one that does exercise and you do running, try swimming, try just trying that new thing until you find the things that work for you. There are plenty of ways to fulfill your human needs in a positive way. These are just some ideas to get you started, but it's about finding the things that work for you. Look at things that you enjoy doing and see how you can do more of those things. And some things like learning new things or exercise can meet 3 of your human needs so that you get positively addicted. Remember that you are worthy. You do deserve more. You are beautiful. You are caring. You are handsome. You are kind. You are worth it. Most people who recover from narcissistic abuse do learn all about narcissism. Not only will it fill a lot of your human needs, it also helps you to understand everything that you've been through, and it helps you to work out how you can handle them. It can help you work out, because a lot of people have questions like, why would somebody do something like that? Why would somebody treat someone that way? To us, it's unbelievable or unimaginable that they can do some of the things that they do to people. And giving yourself the answers, finding the answers as to why, gives you that closure so that you're able to move on. Recovery is individual to each person, and it takes different time scales to each person. It's just keep going until you find the methods that work for you and leave the methods that work against you. I'm Elizabeth Shaw. I've completely lost my train of thought. Thank you for listening to the video. If you have any advice for anybody else, please add it into the comments, because it is about building a community to help other people through this, because there's just... People can read just that one comment and think, that's a good idea. People can listen to a video and take nothing from it the first time. They can listen to it again and think, oh, I could try that. And it's opening your mind, making the decision, and then acting on the decision to take your life into a new path to where you want to go, to find your happiness. You can and you will recover from this. Thank you for listening, and today look at things that you enjoyed in your childhood or things that you enjoyed in your teenage years. Look at the things that you truly enjoyed that you don't really do anymore, and see if there's a way you can bring that into your present and start doing those things again, just to see whether you do still like them. People change, so you might not like them anymore, but just to try and bring something back into your life that you look forward to getting up and going to, or you look forward to getting up and doing. And it is going to be that battle between your conscious and your subconscious thoughts, and we can tend to feel like we are arguing with ourselves. In essence, in one way, we are arguing with ourselves. But once our conscious thinking makes those decisions and reprograms our subconscious thinking, it gets easier. Thank you for listening. Bye.